toda santa hora, mano. Eu queria bug. Então, pessoal, beleza? Tô ao vivo agora, galera. Bora lá? Beleza. Bora lá? Olha. World Chase Tag. Fala, mano, beleza, cara? English speaker.
Sliger is still 100% not been evaded. He got a bit shocked when Sliger got onto the lazy boy. Didn't know what to do from there.
It is the reunion. Amos Rendau, the father of Apex Moon, is now lining up against them. He knows Michael Sliger.
Cara, isso aqui é da hora, caramba, mano, assistir.
He claimed to be his biological father. He's not. And he knows his game inside out. But can he put that to good use? Because Sliger's off across the court. And there's a dive through the gap there in the ridge. And
Tag, boa. Boa, bom tag.
Incredible. Amos, this year has been insane.
Rob Sheila and Olaf Wood holding back Jared Ludy. But they won't hold him any longer because off he goes, the new recruit to Apex Moon. And he's looking to hunt down Amos Rendau. And he does hunt him down with a swipe to the top of the head.
Very good moves from Jared
Isso foi boa.
He knew that coming from above puts pressure
Ô, mano, beleza, cara? Faz tempo que eu tô jogando de J-Max, mano. Eu tô sem plus agora, cara. E eu não tenho no PC.
Jared Ludy looking to evade, playing in his home state from Texas originally, and there's a dive through that's claimed by Soderman, but he gets up and carries on because it hasn't been.
Eu tava jogando um tempo atrás, mas tô sem plus agora. Se eles tirassem aquela DRM do versão PC, eu jogava. Mas atualmente não. Tá bem-vindo aí, cara. Offline, mano. Eu vou dar uma olhada, cara. Pro offline dá pra jogar. Deixa eu dar uma olhada pra ver. Vamos ver aqui. Vamos ver. Cadê a... Ah, tá. Vamos ver. Meio complicadinho de entender. Como é que funciona, cara, as escolhas de música? Ah, beleza. Vou ver certinho depois. Como é que funciona a escolha de música, cara? É o player que escolhe, é a comunidade que escolhe, quem que é? Ah, tá. Vai no céu depois fechar a inscrição. Beleza, vou dar uma olhada aí durante a semana, cara. Quando fecha? Eu não olhei lá na ficha. Au. Full sorteio? Vai ser full sorteio, cara? Foi mal aí, ó, o mod bloqueou aí. Esse mod tá meio complicado de lidar com ele, cara. O bot.
And if Michael Sliger smells blood, he is like a shark. There will be no mercy, and there is no mercy.
Oh, essa foi fácil a pegada, mano. Olha. Olha essa pegada do cara, ó. Ó. Ou foi fácil. Ó. Fácil toque demais, mano.
In comes Miguel.
Isso é gravado, né? Mas é legal assistir. Campeonato Mundial de Pega-Pega. Eu nem sabia que tinha isso, cara. Nossa, mano, sério, cara, que você assistia? Pô, é da hora demais, mano. Eu lembro quando passava na TV paga, mano. Passava na ESPN. E os caras se dedicam demais, mano. Tem muito treino pra isso, cara. O Soderman, por exemplo, é um cara top no campeonato, mano.
Hollywood freerunners find themselves in a familiar position, trailing to Apex Moon. Can they finally get one over on this team? If they do, they'll be the first team ever to do it. And
Ó, olha a pegada, ó. Cara, é muito treino, mano. Muito treino. É todo esporte assim, cara. Até no esporte eletrônico assim. Tem que ter muito treino, tem que treinar muito. Pegar a manha. Que a gente brincava no início, mano. Brincava quando era criança. É fichinha perto disso. Ó o Caio, ó o Caio. Ó. Segunda regra do campeonato, você fica 20 segundos sem ser pego. Aí só uma ponta pro time. Eu li esses dias a regra do campeonato. Do Ortiz Tag.
Soderman has discovered his mojo in this semi-final. Can he back it up with more? Olaf Wood chasing after him. Over the sisters for Carl Soderman. Wood goes on to the top of the mountain and jumps down as...
Vamos ver se eu dou um pulinho no DJ Max depois, cara. Meu PS4 tá aquela coisa lá que tá desliga, mano. Fica direitinho. Mas dá pra jogar. Só colocar uma força que tem que ligar completo.
Olaf Wood is the only member of this Apex Moon team who has not evaded in the tournament so far. Wes loses his hat. That's discarded by the bottom of the mountain. And wow, Olaf Wood tried to sort of hop around, hanging on to the mountain on the outside of the quad, but then I think he has managed to put a foot down.
Beleza, cara, vai lá, mano.
Wes Preston's looking for his hat.
We saw Olaf doing this earlier in the competition. He tried to go behind the mountain. You know, we put up those barriers. He seems to not want to have them there.
Athletes ready! Felix de Rosa.
Caralho, mano, ó, da hora.
Members of this Apex team after losing a couple of their star players as well as Amos Rendell. Where's Preston? Over by the front line. Needs to get into some cover. That isn't cover, Wes. You may as well have just painted a target on your head.
Definitely a little bit of a strategic mistake from Wes there. As he came along to the other side of the ridge, he was not keeping an eye on where Felix was coming from. Felix was right there to catch him.
1-all. Athletes ready! 3 chasers left. one apiece. Hollywood and Apex Moon going at it, and it's the former mastermind of Apex, Amos, who's been sent in for Hollywood to try and swing this one way. Felix keeps going back and forth over the sisters, and Amos crafts the chance.
You can't out-strategize the guy who made your strategy. Amos knew exactly what he was doing. He controlled that the whole way. The lazy boy is Amos's baby.
The origins of Apex in Amos Rendell. The future maybe of Apex in Jared Ludi. Who will triumph in what could be a decisive moment in this semi-final? Amos goes through the mountain, Jared reaches out, and the tag is made. Amos Rendell applauds, but you could see the frustration immediately after feeling the tag.
Jared is such an athlete. This is a very pivotal moment. If Jared can get this evasion, which he is known for, Apex will take the win.
Eu assisti Dark Zero e Falcons hoje. Mano, foi da hora, cara. Foi da hora assistir os dois. Eu assisti da Wolves também.
Omar Zaki needs to get the tag to take it to sudden death. But Jared Ludi is away, and this is a race around the outside at the minute, but he jumps into the mountain. Strong work, back on himself. Jared Ludi, oh my, this will be a fairy tale for him. Oh, there's a stumble from Omar, and surely now.
Nossa, mano.
What a match! He's come into the team and delivered at the very death. And for the third year running, Apex beat Hollywood Freerunners. Astonishing stuff in Arlington.
This was not a blowout at all. Apex was on their toes the entire time.
What a story.
Nossa, o Omar na última.
Left Apex to go and try and turn Hollywood Freerunners into champions, to try and give them something to beat the team that always beats them. And even he couldn't do it. And one of the guys they got in to replace him has sealed the deal.
Caramba, mano, que da hora. Queria deixar pra assistir ao vivo isso, mano. Olha isso aqui, ó.
Apex Suns start with their captain, Devin, on the quad. He's the only member of their team yet to get an evasion, but he started this one pretty rapidly as Logan tries to track him down with a hop into the tilted cube and then comes across court down the mountain and does make the tag with about 15, 16 seconds gone, but has he suffered a bit of a knock in so doing?
Ooh, you can see a big bubble on his forehead. Logan Piner going for that dive tag. Ooh, you can see a big bubble on his forehead. Logan Piner going for that dive tag under the ridge. Connects his head to the bar. Boom, right there. It's a big goose egg on the forehead. I don't know if he'll be able to continue.
Foi feia essa.
He nearly lost consciousness there, but he got the tag. Talk about leaving it all out there. Logan Piner starting this quarterfinal matchup by getting the tag, but he may be sitting this one out for a little while.
É bem agressiva essa, cara.
The stopwatch has been going, so the time is ticking. As APK Blue just huddle up and try to come up with a plan. Well, he is not able to continue, and it means that APK Blue forfeit the next chase. So Apex Sun stay on the quad. We head.
Vamos ver se eu assisto outra coisa aqui. Tem uns vídeos do LGR também que da hora, cara. Vamos ver. Ah! Tem o... Electroboom, mano. Eu gosto de assistir os momentos engraçados dele, cara.
Zap a bare board like this one.
Reduce the voltage to something like 1 volt because you know the resistance of the tongue is much smaller than the skin.
And still if I short the power supply, I get the same 150 amps. Okay, you can see it still sparks. Let's try it out. What the f? I thought I set it to 1 volt. Huge. Don't completely trust the gauges on your instruments and always double check them with a meter. Hoping that at least the capacitors are not charged anymore. Let's
Ama
try
da
it.
hadi mano.
And you can see a tiny negative sign beside it. That means that that side needs to be connected to ground or negative.
Also, zap a bare board like this one and see what happens on the actual board. Never hold the board you're zapping with your hand because the ESD will jump to your body through the board. Always discharge the charged board before touching it. Gun here simulates a human finger. Always be careful with your tool.
But right now I'm touching the wires and I can't even feel it because the voltage is not high enough.
É muito engraçado, mano.
Who's this? No, I'm not Steve. Wrong number.
I can feel the electricity with my finger, so I'll put it in the water. Nothing. Let's get close to the wires. Nothing. Still nothing. Oh, I'm starting to feel it here. What is this? Oh, there's a cut on this finger and the electricity can go through it much easier. You know, the flesh under the skin is much more... Die. It's a simple device. It's a belt that you tie around your belly with a tiny device that senses your motion. As long as you move, you're okay. But if you stop for any reason, it'll zap you like a mother... You will move no matter what, or else you will feel the pain. The device may often false trigger to sharp objects and it cannot be caught. Including yourself.
Oi.
The device is very simple. It runs on 2 AA or AAA batteries and has 2 electrodes on the bottom and turns on with a switch. Now if you don't move, it says... If you stop moving, it's... Now if you don't move, it says... If you stop moving, it senses that and will shock you. Here. In some nice packaging. With this revolutionary device, with the flick of a switch, you're ready to stay on Earth. I make this simple circuit and I'll plug it in. Now the circuit is hot and the voltage is on the... Something you must never forget is that some capacitors, like electrolytic ones, are polarized and you must never connect them. Due to the shock and the pain, your body can react fast. Contract your leg muscles to make you jump.
Cara, muito engraçado, mano. Oxi.
The wires at this end are tied together in pairs, as you can see, and each pair is attached to one of these cables, which we can plug them into the wall power plug. Please join me for the first time to hear how it sounds. And 1, 2, 3, 4. It definitely made me sound like a rock star, although it feels more like an electric chair than a guitar. It is extremely dangerous to touch the 110 volt or 220 volt power lines. You can easily get killed. And believe me, nothing's worth touching a power line. Hi, replacing the light bulb is one of the simple things to do. The first thing you need to do is to remove the broken bulb. First, you have to make sure that the bulb is not broken. Sometimes when you use a lamp for a long period of time and it goes through a lot of temperature cycles and the screw part is rusted, when you try to unscrew it from the fixture, the screw part can break off the glass part and gets stuck in the fixture. Just make sure you don't cut your fingers and take the screw part out. Finger. Good thing the break opened. Don't just shove your finger in an electrical socket or fixture. Always make sure it's powered down or unplugged. And even then, always use a tool, not your finger. I broke the ball. Don't buy cheap bulbs and don't screw them too tight, otherwise they'll break. There's a switch. I guess I'll have to redo. Well, the lamp is already out, so always use a tool to get the screw part out.
De novo.
Damn it! Unplug!
Ai, ai. Ui.
The nuts can become quite stiff over time. Rather than using your hands and put pressure on your back, you can use your foot and put your weight on the driver, like this. These screws also get quite tight and need some good force to open.
Nossa. Porrada.
Oh my god, I just hit and released the jack accidentally and the car fell over. The wheel fell right on my shoe, but I was able to pull my foot out fast. The
Ui.
wheel...
Nossa.
Oh my god.
Que estouro, mano. Olha.
Oh my god, I just hit and released the jack
Que
accidentally
estouro,
and the
mano.
car fell over. The wheel fell right on my shoe, but I was able to pull my foot out fast. Always make sure your jack is mounted safe and stable and secure before working on your car.
Remove the lens, you'll see the giant flash capacitor back here. Ow! F***ing piece of shit! Apparently the flash capacitor is holding around 300 volts of charge in it, and it can hurt a lot if you touch it, so I recommend you discharge this capacitor before working on the camera. Remember what those were and store them nicely to avoid losing them. Now let's take a look at the camera here.
Ai, ai.
Mounted on the tail by piercing into the tail. Well, never pierce a hole towards your body. This tail is a little bit tough, so
Isso aqui é da hora, ó.
I just tighten these nuts here. Always be careful not to short your car battery. Now I connected these cables to the battery and all I want to do is to pass them under. If I can just pass these cables under the table here.
Ui.
Always finish your wiring before connecting
Agora
to
da hora,
the power
mano.
supply.
Agora é da hora.
Instead, I'm gonna
Isso é
use
da hora,
a
mano.
limited supply up here that will drive this pump that's made of this DC brushed motor here, and it's gonna run fluid into the cylinder back here that will move it around. Now I enable the power supply.
always double check your connections.
Hi, I'm done growing my Movember. And now I'm him. The second
E outro vídeo que tem uma música engraçada pra caramba.
version. Now they have lowered the price to $350, which is much more competitive. It's quite tiny and cute, and yet it seems quite rigid and solid. Is this expert enough? Now let's heat up the head and feed some material through. You see the LEDs start to get red as the head heats. Hi, I haven't.
Da hora, mano.
The LEDs start to get red as the head heats. Hi, I have a great and unique idea, which is turning your wooden or plastic seat into a heated seat so your fragile buttocks
Nossa,
can
isso é
rest
da hora,
in peace.
mano.
Okay, there we are. Where the f is it?
Ai, ai.
The whole seat is melted. Oh! In hindsight, mounting a heating element with hot glue is a pretty dumb idea because the glue can melt and stick somewhere else. And also, evidently, sitting on super hot live wires is a terrible, terrible idea, as my butt can confirm. Where are you? So, connecting it to power, you won't get a shock, although it's drawing around 6 amps. Now, I don't know what metal it's made of. I'm guessing iron. But it's hardly conductive, so it's safe to touch. Ow! Of course, getting shocked is not the only concern. Obviously, this thing is a heating element and can get very hot even if I run it on 120 volt AC. We have one of these old dimmers.
Okay, let's see what the new dimmer does differently. Does the exact same shit. So what? It's compatible with the LED lights because the new LED lights are designed to be dimmable, and this takes the credit? What the hell? Fuck! Don't kick live circuits because they can kick back. Anyway, let's see what's the difference between dimmable and not dimmable LED lights. This one. First, you remove the cover. Then we unscrew the outlet and pull it out. Ow! Bring two phases to the outlet, and to do so, if you look here carefully, they have to cut that tiny bridge.
Da hora eu quero ver isso,
I
mano.
have to learn to open the breaker. And remember that the white wire is neutral, and that's where you would be connecting your program. White wire was neutral. I connected it backwards, which is a pretty harmless voltage. It hurts! Anyway, this DC level is pretty safe on skin. Kinda zapped me. Oh yeah? No. Why is it that I die a little every time you call? Let's see if it picked up any charge. I forgot to unground myself. Okay, ready? Ow! It hurts where it goes in and where it goes out to the ground. Is the awful conductivity of salt water. If I open...
Da demais isso, mano.
Forgot to discharge the damn thing. Because they will load the circuit and lower the voltage. The series... Ow!
Eu vou assistir, depois a gente vai pro
Even
Fortnite,
after
galera.
disconnecting the supply, the capacitors still hold charge. Even shorter, but much more current. And at the input, much...
Eita!
Well, you get the point. Let me see if I can... But much more current. And at the input, much... Well, you get the point. Let me see if I can charge my body. Put my legs up. Oh, I can feel my hair rising. Ow! Something zapped me right in the ass. And here I have the CD power line. Both of them are exactly at 120 volt AC. And that's why you don't try that at home. Right now I have rectified the two sources with a diode and capacitor, and we can easily connect them together. Yes, we need to make sure they are the same voltage level and the same polarity, of course. DC, all we need to do is to connect the capacitor across the line. Always pick a properly rated capacitor for your voltages, and instead increase the supercharged speed. That way, anywhere we have a moment, we can get a significant charge, like behind a red light or in a charging lane. And I have a foot switch that applies the 120 volt to my valve, like this. What the f? Oh, I f up. This is the 12 volt DC version. Okay. All the booger water is collected. Oh, f there's no drain. Ah, sh my legs up. Okay. Charge my body a little bit and then discharge. Ow! That was painful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and discharge. Ow! That's absolutely useless. I'm gonna touch that. Don't. Ouch! Charge my body first, and then let go, and then touch the ground. Ah, shit. I hate surprises. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Completely useless. And we put our pot on the oven and set this to hot, and it's on. Who turned this on? Now we cook a fresh batch of hot glue noodles to perfection.
It's dripping all over the place. Now it's on fire.
Make sure it doesn't burn on the bottom. Add more as needed to your taste.
Ah, lots of poisonous gases. I think it's ready to serve. Now I'll make a bunch of holes in a ping pong ball using my soldering iron. And this is to block the ventilation, as I'll show later. Now I'll test my vacuum chamber with a balloon to see how much the balloon expands. Here's the vacuum. Seal it with some tape. There. Wow. The result was negligible. Yeah. Need a real compressor. Maybe I can borrow one from work. Okay, let's hope I sealed everything well. Piece of shit. I'm done, man. My plexiglass just broke in half under the pressure. I guess I have to stick to my electronics. Hi, ready? Yeah! Oh well, I missed the spot, but every subscriber is a new achievement anyway. And so thanks to Keysight, I'll celebrate by giving away 10 of these babies. These are just fingers. Are you okay? Now let's measure and see how each pulse feels. Feels like somebody is slapping me hard every second. Imagine if I change the frequency to 1 kilohertz, I'll be slapped 1,000 times a second. Pretty painful and damaging, so be careful. Well, before completely dismantling the circuit, let's see what kind of pulses we should be making. Well, we should definitely see what kind of pulses we should be making. We should definitely disconnect the tower. Okay, it's done. But before hooking it up to the circuit, let me probe different stages of the circuit to show you how the signal is processed through different... Okay, everything is hooked up and ready to go. Hello? Wow! My laptop screen was jumping around too. I think it's a little bit too sensitive. I have to adjust it. Hello, 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 hello. Do you hear me? Hello? 1, 2, 3, 4. Said I love you, but I lied. This is more the love I feel inside. Hello, hello. Do you hear me now? Do you hear me? Oh, jeez. Sounds a little bit better, but it might still be the other. Sounds a little bit better, but it might still be the other.
Ouch.
Okay, let's give it a try. Doesn't sound any better, but it definitely looks like when I get closer to it, it becomes messier. Maybe it is interference. Okay? I don't think it's getting much better. Let me just get out of this room and close the door.
Que da hora, mano. Que da hora a experiência dele, mano.
Burned my skin. When it was jumping to the knife, it was fine, but as soon as it jumped to my skin, it burned. So for safety reasons, let's assume that if I felt electricity in my finger, then a whole body in the water would be electrocuted. What the f are you doing? Who the hell are you? I was just passing by. I think I'm lost. Dude, this is my bedroom. Honey, did you leave the door open again? It's okay, I'll show myself out. What kind of fetish were you performing? Get out! Okay. Imbeciles. Hi, I'd like to talk about the GC ground fault circuit interrupter outlets. They are typically installed in washrooms and are an essential safety feature. Now if I plug in my wire and short the live, which is the black wire, to the earth, which is the green, the breaker should pop. That wasn't the outlet breaker. The whole washroom breaker popped. It has a DC motor and 2 AA.
Galera, eu vou jogar um pouquinho do J-Max ou Fortnite, sei. Vou ver aqui ainda. Rapidinho, galera. Volto já. Carregando Fortnite aqui, galera. Vamos lá. Beleza. Vamos lá, galera. Vou pegar um fortezinho aqui. Não tô nem comprando passe mais, galera. Nem comprei o último passe, não. Ah, tem esse... Como é que tem loja de itens? Só pra... Ah, já entra pra jogar, galera. Entra aqui na Hobbies. O Caos. Penny. Nossa, aqui é lá do... Pô, da hora esses clássicos, hein? Foi que teve bugs, mano. Não, eu pegava, cara. as skins. Se tivesse algum patrocínio, cara, eu pegava, mano. Não tem nada, cara, agora. Olha que da hora, mano. Só skin top, cara. Fortnite eu nem... Só... Pegar aquele negócio, galera, rapidinho. Beleza. Vamos lá, construção 0. Beleza. Todo mundo vê aí, galera? Beleza, ó. Tá bom, ó. Aí, ó. Só dar um ganho no meu microfone aqui que tá muito pouco. Vamos ver. Agora tem que tá bom. Boa, agora sim. Agora sim. Agora sim. Vamos lá. Opa. Droga. Boa. Agora sim. Beleza. Pô. Eu lembro que a outra vez eu pisei na bola, cara, que eu joguei. Vamos pegar o PC novo, galera. Vamos lá. Ai, cacete, é foda, hein? Tem uns caras caindo aqui perto já, ó. Foi um já. Vai pra cá, ó. Uma galinha ali. Ô, pô! Essa metralhadora, mano. Caramba! Porra! Sufoco esse. Mas foi no sufoco. Um pouquinho que eu usei de vida. Até que eu tinha a... Eu tinha um pra usar. Não teria ferrado. Vamos ver. Beleza. Agora vem aqui. Ah, não, mano. Que merda, cara. Foi boa, mano. Peguei 2 kills nessa, eu acho. Vamos lá de novo. Ai, ai. Vamos ver. Beleza. O cachorro tá aqui do lado. É skin da hora, mano, desse jogo aqui. Vamos lá. Caralho, mano. Ah, caramba. No início, cara. Isso não foi muito boa, não. Meio fora de jogar mais, cara. Pra ter aquela manha de jogar. Claro. Tá uma outra tática agora. E indo pra cá ainda. Então tá tranquilo. Beleza. Ah, esse mesmo. Pior que nada. Ai! Boa. Aí sim. Tá ótimo, vambora, vai. Beleza. Os caras duelando pra cá. Toma! Tomei nada de dano, mano. Não dica de nada, cara. Beleza. Azul. Boa. Preciso de um rifle bom agora. Escopeta. Olha. Isso é boa. De perito é sempre boa. Beleza. Não curto muito esse rifle aí, não. Bola azul, cara. Salto vermelho. Ah, o que tem vai fazer o quê? Pistola teleguiada é coisa nova? Será? Saber, né? Não vou trocar, não. Não vale a pena, não. Vamos ver. Nada até agora, tá bem tranquilo. Pensar que foi uma kill só até agora. Olha. Essa subnova tá bem melhor, cara. Subnova que veio. Gente aqui. Gente aqui. Esquisito, cara. Muito quieto aqui. Morreu alguém aqui, ó. Olha lá. É. Tem alguém ali, ó. Uma bolinha ali, mas... Ali, ó. Caralho. Fica difícil. Vou estar dando nossa desse escudo agora. Não dá pra pegar ele agora. Uma vez eu usei ele e deixei o cara entrar no meio do escudo, mano. Errei feio. Não sei, deve estar me espreitando por aqui. Não sei. Vamos ver. Sabia. Sabia. Sabia que tava ali. Cadê? Cadê o cara? Aí, ó. Toma! Por pouco, mano. Por pouco. Por pouco. Ah. Beleza. Agora que eu preciso de um escudo agora. De um colete. Boa, bem aqui. Boa. Ah, a pesada tá vindo já. Vou correr. Ah, foi boa, hein? Foi boa. Aqui deve ter alguém, ó. Eles ficaram aqui. É minha arma? Só dar uma olhada no baú que tem, não tem nada. Pegar aqui a bala. Restinho. Beleza. Tô safe, mas eu preciso ir pro centro da safe agora. Tem alguém aqui. Tá lá pra cima, eu acho. Vamos ver. Não, tá lá pra baixo. Ó. Não vejo a treta. Ali, ó. Me viu já. Me viu. Então se eu descer, eu vou ser alvo fácil se eu descer. Esse cara tá tretando muito aqui. Dá uma descida aqui pra ver. Oh, caramba. Cabeça? Foi. Não foi. Agora tem que ir. Oh, caramba. Toma! Ah! Caramba, mano. Sufoco, cara. Sufoco, mano. Sufoco demais essa, cara. Agora é ir pra safe agora, de novo. Vambora. Caramba, mano. Eu vou fazer a edição, vou pôr essa, cara. Tem um cara ali, ó. Ó, tá vendo ali, cara. Tá vendo o cara ali, ó. Ó. Foi um. Tá vindo em mim agora. Não vejo o cara. Ali, ó. Ó. Foi mais um. Droga. Minha cola aqui, ó. Mais um foi? Caceta, tá foda agora, hein? Em cima. Mas não foi? Peguei um pouquinho desse cara. Ah, não, mano. Ô, louco, cara. Nossa, fui até o oitavo, mano. Ô, louco. Até o oitavo, cara. Caramba, mano. Cheguei longe essa, hein? Cheguei longe essa. Foi boa demais essa. Ah. Nossa, tem tudo esse treino de batalha agora. Dá pra ter aproveitado se os caras não fizeram ir, mano. Vamos lá, vou de lá um pouco. Vamos lá. Caramba, foi longe, mano. Bom demais essa, cara. Melhor partida da live essa. Nem reparei que eu tinha deixado aqui a... Pronto. Vamos lá. Eu gosto de descer aqui. Caramba, porra! Esse bolinho aqui é foda, hein? Preciso arrumar umas balas agora. Eu gastei algumas já. Pegar a pistolinha aqui. Gostei dela. Boa, só preciso de uma cura agora. Só tem aquela poção lá. Eu preciso de uma. E com o que eu tenho, eu não consigo enfrentar nada agora. Não, também. Deixa aqui. Boa! Caramba, foi boa, hein? Matei um ali no início. Nem tava bem armado ainda. Jogando controle do PS4 sem qualquer gimmick. Beleza? Boa. Vamos levar esses aqui para das dúvidas. Entrei na suco. Isso é bom. Névoa. Boa. Essa névoa também é outra coisa que é boa. Depende muito da situação também. Você precisa. Depende muito. Vou pegar os itens. Ah, aqui é fácil de pegar e ficar exposto. Fácil de ficar exposto aqui. Mais uma drena sul. Oi, ó. Falei? Falei? Como é que era fácil ficar exposto aqui? Estão pra cá. Droga. Não deveria mexer nesses caras. Eu ferrei ali ainda. Tá de boa aqui e vou... outro caminho pra subir. Não vou ir pela mega cidade, não. Boa. Só uma aqui até agora. A outra partida foi melhor. Não vou pegar ele, não. Vai ficar pra quê? Já meteu um monte de cara que pega isso daí. Olha onde o moto voa, né? Vambora. Eu tô me afastando da... Beleza. Aqui tem algum. Ali, ó. Caralho, mano. Fudeu. Ah, não. Droga. Beleza. Ai, ai. Beleza. Galera, por hoje é só, viu? Amanhã eu vou ver se eu faço uma livezinha à tarde, beleza? Mas não garanto. Eu aviso um pouquinho antes. Falou, galera. Até amanhã.